Welcome everyone to the final part, I think, of the Dragon Quest Swords livestream playthrough. My throat is a bit... it's on and off at the moment. It'll clear up, it's just... generally, most of the time when I stream, I've just woken up, and because I was a little bit sick recently, just as I wake up, my throat has a bit of stuff in it, so it will clear soon, I think. Oh. Okay, well that's fine then. It's not a problem. We're back on the sake today. I don't have that much left. I think I haven't actually had any since I was last consuming it on the live stream, but anyway. Welcome everyone. The reason why I say that this is the last recording for Ye Olde Dragon Quest Swords is because I have leveled up almost to 99. I wanted to do the final leveling up on camera for you guys, so we will indeed be doing that. Before we do anything, however, I will get my chats up. One moment. Trying to, you know, get my throat cleared. Okay, that's a little bit better already. Oh yeah, that's right, my fucking laptop auto-updated, as per usual. I love Windows 10, guys. I'm just gonna be real with you. I have used Windows 98, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, and Windows 10. Out of all of those, Windows 10 has by far caused the most frustration out of all of them. By far. Like, none of the other operating systems annoyed me as much as Windows 10. None of them even annoyed me, really. But Windows 10, wow. Those auto updates and whatever other stupid shit that goes on in Windows 10. What the fuck? Get Cortana out of here. I've got the Cortana button appearing now. I've never used Cortana in the entire existence of Windows 10 on any system that I've owned, and yet the Cortana button is appearing. Like, can I just get rid of that? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm not really on topic right now, but we are going to open up the live stream momentarily. Should have, yeah. Because Chrome is half decent, it brought all my tabs back, so that's a good thing. Is it not? Okay. YouTube chat is up. Okay. Oh, okay, Ethan. Ethan is going to be listening to me while I live stream, while he cleans the house. That's a good idea. I mean, I've done that before. In fact, I think it was you that I told. No, maybe it was Rook back then. I was telling people how I spent the day listening to a live stream while drinking port and cleaning the house. That was a good day. I enjoyed that day. I have to do that more. It's not like I haven't cleaned the house since then. That was like a year ago. But the point is that, yeah, it's a good way to pass the time. Alrighty. So we will indeed be taking on the final boss in this recording, but I do want to just level up to 99 here on camera, and that will be done fairly quickly. I would say that it'll be 2 hunts. Well, I say hunts because I play too much Monster Hunter. It'll be 2 confrontations with King Latem. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to get used to... okay, so normally I have my laptop directly in front of me, you see, but it actually blocks the communication between the sensor bar and the Wiimote, so I actually have to move it to the side, and it's kind of annoying. I do prefer it to have my laptop directly in front of me so that it's kind of in my field of vision, easy to glance at the chats, but I can't really do that when I'm playing Dragon Quest Swords, sadly. So, yeah. Just gonna have to shift this one moment. That should be good enough. We'll try that. Yeah, that's good. You know, I'm pointing my Wiimote at the TV and I'm like, why is this not working? Yeah, probably because the laptop's in the way. So we will keep the Metal King sword on for now. I'll show you everything that's going on. You can see that I have level 98 right here, and my experience progress bar is at like a 10th, but that's not going to be a problem because I think it'll take 2 or 3 confrontations for us to get to level 99. I was expecting it to take a lot of confrontations once we were at this point in the levels to actually level up, but no, it's only 2 or 3, so it's pretty good in the end. Again, this is all of my equipment, and I'll show you... I have max gold because all of the orichalcum and gold bars that I've been picking up, of course, when you sell them, that is a lot of money because we're talking about, you know, a maximum of 99 orichalcum and gold when I do hit the max with that. So whenever I need to sell that back down to a lower number, that's a lot of money in the end. So yeah, you can see I also have 559 mini medals, which is insane. But yeah, that's mainly through X-ranking King Latem over and over again. So I'm using Unless because I have Fleuret at level 99. I did mention quite some time ago that you can very easily get your companion up to max level before you actually get to max level. I accidentally selected Fleuret again. It's really not what I wanted. Okay, so Unless. He's at level 52. I'm not planning on actually making use of him in any way. It just feels like a bit of a waste to use Fleuret when she's at max level, so yeah. Don't like it when he does that. Sort of wastes my time a little bit. I'm kind of like the King Latem master at the moment because I've killed him so many bloody times. But once again, it is not possible for me to get a better score than what I was getting with the regular sword. As in, not using the Metal King sword. Because it all has to do with the hit chain, or the, yeah, hit chain, that's what it's called. Thought it was hit combo for a second, but yeah, it's definitely hit chain. Because I naturally get a lower hit chain with the Metal King sword, the time that it takes to actually clear the confrontation does not make up for that lost hit chain, so yeah. You actually get a much better score when you're not using the Metal King sword versus actually using it. Alrighty. I fought this stupid guy way too many times, to be honest, but once again, it is absolutely necessary to get to at least level 90 to take on this boss. Alright, one more will die, and then it will be time for Edas Sophix, and I'm not looking forward to that. I would suggest that this particular livestream recording, part 6 of the livestream playthrough, will indeed be shorter than the other ones, but it's going to be a little bit of a stressful experience regardless. It's going to be maybe less than an hour, but it'll be pretty stressful. I'm not going to guarantee that I'll succeed in killing Edas Sophix on the first try, and I'm saying this with the knowledge that I'm at max level. Edas Sophix is crazy because he, as I have explained before, and I'll explain it again for those who either don't know or don't remember when I last explained it, it is essentially 4 fights in one. So, pretty much, the first 3 fights are pretty difficult fights on their own. But you're expected to clear all 3 of those, which, when you put all 3 together, that's like 15 to 20 minutes worth of time spent actually trying to kill them. And then you've got a boss that's like 10 times harder than any of those bosses that you have to fight after that. All the while you're expected to still have items to heal yourself and magic to heal yourself or whatever. I would definitely recommend having Fleuret with you. Anlas is just not cut out for this. He really isn't. So you can see we are now at level 99. We have 888 health. That is kind of how that works. And yeah. We have 160 defense apparently, 125 attack. We will change to the Dragon Warrior's sword. Now, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I did say at one point in time that I was thinking of actually getting the Absolute Zero Master Stroke, because I had it in my head that Absolute Zero as a Master Stroke did more damage than Dragon Lord's Doom, but that's actually not true at all. I went onto one of my previous profiles, which was also at this level in the endgame. Well, at this current level, he was ahead of what I was doing in this particular playthrough back when I loaded that file. But I went and tried Absolute Zero versus Dragon Lord's Doom using the Dragon Warrior's sword, and Dragon Lord's Doom does like double the damage or something like that. The only problem is Dragon Lord's Doom takes forever for me to actually do the Master Stroke, and as well as that, it requires me to basically jack off my Wiimote the whole time. It's not so much the jacking off that bothers me, although it does cause me to like throw out my fucking elbow every time I do it, because, you know, you have to, it's not like a gentle sort of masturbation. It's actually quite vigorous and intense, and you have to do it over and over and over and over again. So anyway, aside from that, the biggest problem is that it's like a 3-stage masterstroke. It's not like you just jack off and you're done. You know, you have to swing it around your head and then like swing your arm and stuff. I don't know. I can't remember the 3rd stage. Is it a thrust or like a 3-strike? I honestly don't remember. Regardless, I think we are ready to go. There's nothing, honestly, for us to do other than, I guess, check our items, see what we've got. We don't need antidotal herbs for this fight. 2 Yggdrasil dew. We've got 3 Yggdrasil leaves, which is obviously important, but just keep in mind that with Yggdrasil leaves, they're not necessarily going to guarantee you victory, because they do completely remove whatever charge you have in your Masterstroke gauge when they do revive you. So it might be a situation where you're just going to end up in this cycle of dying and using Yggdrasil leaves, and you won't be able to get your Masterstroke up. So don't rely on these too heavily. They can help, but they're a little bit of a death trap sometimes. 5 magic water plus however much MP Fleur has, I think will be more than enough for what we're trying to do. You can see it's taken us about 17 hours to get to this point. I would say you could do it in less time than that for sure. I have left my game on once or twice here, so I would say it would be closer to maybe 15 hours. No, maybe, hold on, how much is it again, 17? Yeah, I'd say maybe it's closer to 15 hours, 15 to 16 hours worth of playtime to get to this point for me right now. And, yeah, I'll mention one other thing that you can do if you're looking to, like, 100% the game. You can see I only have a few swords here, I only have a few shields. One thing that you can do to try and 100% the game is acquire the Platinum Shield. It is the best shield in the game. It's better than the Hero Shield here. It has, I think, 10 durability, and it's a really good shield, but it is hell to get. It takes longer to get the Platinum Shield than to get to level 99 as far as I'm concerned, because you need to spin the tombola over and over and over again until you get the gold ball, not once, but twice. It's only when you get the gold ball twice, and I don't know what the chances of that are, and I don't know if there's actually a way to spin the tombola to raise your chances. I used to do that because, you see, I think how it works is you've got like this, you have like a line where the ball is going to drop from that line. So that's almost your dice roll at that point. It's like you're going to get the ball that's in that line. So I used to try and spin it to time that line appearing, because it would basically be like this rotating line through a list, and or descending line that would return to the top. You know what I mean. Maybe you don't know what I mean, and I'm being very confusing. Point of the matter is, I don't know whether or not there is a way to raise your chances through some sort of technique. I used to think that was the case, and I used to employ that, and I did succeed eventually in getting the Platinum Shield, and I don't remember a time when I have felt as if I had achieved so much in a game before that, because I just remember the feeling, and like it was pure elation. This was in my first playthrough of the game, and I got the Platinum Shield, and I'm like, fuck yes. It was so much, it was quite a victorious moment, but yeah, that character's gone now, so all of that hard work went to nothing. And I'm never going to get this stupid thing again, because it's not worth the effort. Seriously, it's a good shield, it's the best one in the game, but it's not so good that it's worthy of that much, I guess, headache, because it is a bloody headache. This here is Edas Sophix, the actual icon here, but it's not just him that you have to fight. There's a few more things you need to fight. Yeah, I suppose we are good to go. Whew, let's give this a shot. I'm not looking forward to this, but whatever. So here's an Omegoan. I'm not looking for a good score with Edas Sophix. I'm looking for a successful confrontation here. We are going to go Magna Shield, because I do think that's necessary. Oh, that's a bad start. Maybe I should have done like a warm-up or something before this, because I am not feeling like I'm playing amazingly well right now. I don't know, we'll find out. Problem is, I'm pulling up my shield faster than the game can actually register that I've done like an attack, which is kind of annoying. We'll Berserker this stupid thing. I think I can attack it maybe and it'll... Well, what can I do? Will Berserker again, I guess? I don't know. I just want to kill it because I don't want it to heal anyone. It's very annoying that it takes so many to actually kill it. I should also, Let's just top up our health with these, shall we? You can see that even special medicines are not really healing us very much because we do have a lot of health right now. The game volume should be alright, by the way. I don't think that needs to be lowered or raised. That should be perfect, hopefully. Look at the size of the shield. Just need to try and not pull up my shield too quickly when I'm doing that, because that does cancel out my attacks. So that's a good attacking opportunity, and you can see I'm doing a lot of damage with this weapon right now. It's dealing a good chunk. Alright, let's just go into Dragon Lord's Doom because... Actually, yeah, let's just do that. I think it's faster if we just do that and not worry about doing all of these attacks. So once again, I'm not really happy about having to do this Master Stroke. Not at all, in fact, but... Quite frankly, okay, so... Jacking it off is actually the last one. I'm a bit better with jacking off than I was when I was first doing this, that's for sure. Dragon Lord's Doom. But yeah, I'm only using this because it is considerably stronger than Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero is a lot easier to do, just generally, because it's only a single task that you need to actually undertake. It's just you draw the thing in a circle and then it's done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. We're going to top up Fleurette's health. Of course, full heal is the big thing with Fleurette, because even though we have as much as 888 health, we have a skill with Fleurette that will just completely bring that up to full. We don't have to worry about it at all, and the actual MP cost is less than, say, actually maybe it's equal to mid-heal or whatever. I actually don't know. I'll check in a moment. You can see that Magna Shield is kind of really helpful here. Okay, that's done. Once again, I'm not interested whatsoever in a good score. I'm just interested in succeeding. So... just need to make sure that I'm keeping my health in check here. Well, no, we won't even multi-heal. Okay, that last part was kind of bad. Anyway, I guess I'll... How much is multi-heal? Look, multi-heal is actually kind of costly, and it barely heals you at all. Oh no. Okay, so at this point, what we need to do is shield all of this, because we can't actually kill Nomegoen with his projectile attacks. So we may as well just, you know, shield all of this with Magna Shield, and hopefully that will work. Oh. Okay, so that cancelled out of it, which is good. And this is the last part of the confrontation. Deal the death blow. Will do. Alright, so that turned out pretty well. Next will be Durgib, or Big Red. And he will fall more easily than Nomegoen has. So you can see our current MP. Oh Jesus, I need to hurry up with this. I think I'm too late. Yep, too late. That's alright. I'm not going to get much of an opportunity to hit him here because I messed that up. In a few ways, actually. Oh Jesus, I've really fucked this one up, haven't I? Oh, this is like the worst possible thing. Should I just... I won't do the Master Stroke yet. I'll wait for that one. Alright, he's coming forward. We'll just do Dragon Lord's Doom now. Obviously, the ideal scenario is to just get your ranged magic to flinch him as soon as possible, but I hesitated way too much there, so I lost my opportunity completely. As long as we're getting to 100 with all of these, we're going to be doing some good damage with Dragon Lord's Doom. Alrighty. That's 500 damage. Very nice. Okay, so we will be Soccer before the bats can do their animation. And this will eat away at his health in a big way. We're getting Magic Water, funnily enough. We do not need it. We currently have Max. I wouldn't mind getting Magic Water if we had already used some magic thus far, but I don't really want to risk using Magic Water when it's not necessary. Actually, how much does it increase it by? Let's have a look at this. Oh, let's use it now. May as well. Because you can see that it is not increasing it by much at all. So, alright. Now if we get Magic Water from these guys, it's not going to be a waste. But if you remember how much we were actually having our magic increased before when we were using Magic Water, that should really put into perspective how much Magic Flow Rate has now versus what she had last time, so... the arm of my chair is not as solid as the arm of my previous chair, so I can't really leave my arm on the chair while swinging my actual human arm around, because otherwise it's going to make too much bloody noise. You can see Gib here is having a bad day. Getting a good hit chain against Gib like this is a good way to actually get a decent end score. Actually no, that's not going to make a difference because Golden Valgate is one of the fights here and you are expected to get a very good hit chain with him, so if we can sort of get a good hit chain on Golden Valgate after this, we'll end up getting like a super good hit chain. Hopefully. Alrighty. So as you can see, it's not that hard to do these fights if you're at max level. But it bloody well is if you're not. It's a situation here where it's not too difficult, but if you're under-leveled, it's actually impossible. So, yeah. Unless you're using the Deathbringer's Sword or something, which is a payback mode thing. No way, we're getting straight into the fight here like this. This is not exactly what I wanted at all. I know I'm performing very poorly, but I was not expecting to get straight into the fight like this. Will he revive? Maybe he won't revive. I guess we'll Magni Shield, we may as well. Alright, we'll try and shield all of this. Alright, we need to look for the blue ones. We can hit the blue ones back. Here we go. And I somehow missed that. Alright, let's Dragon Lord's Doom him. I wonder if this does more damage against Golden Valgate because he's a dragon. Probably not. But I will mention we're going to do a shitload of damage with this Master Stroke because we are currently at like 120 hit chain. And I did find out in one of the previous recordings that actually, the higher your hit chain, the more damage your weapon does. So if we're at this sort of hit chain, this is going to completely rape this guy. What are we getting? 700? Oh, never mind. Maybe dragons are resistant. I don't know. Because Gib, I think, took 500 damage at like a hit chain of 30 or less. Don't know. But the point is that I was expecting it to do more damage than that. That was a little anticlimactic. Let's see that I'm not really good with my horizontals. I'm not really good with my anything. I'm not good at this game. I'm really not. I used to be better, for sure. I don't like that. There's like a space. I'm scared to aim it somewhere where if I thrust accidentally, it's going to just completely be off target. I don't care. Look, right now I'm just looking for a good hit chain, like the best possible hit chain is what I'm aiming for. Oh, he's doing a bit of a combo now. Just relax, mate. We'll use another magic water, I guess, or another however many. I honestly thought magic water was increasing our magic by more than that, but obviously not. Alright. Oh shit. We don't want to hit any of these back because that will heal Valgurt. That's how that works. So they were instead healing us, so... Just gonna let him do whatever he needs to do and then I'll just deal the death blow, you know? Gonna get our hit chain up more, but I'm gonna take this opportunity to full heal as well. Alright. 283. Pretty good. I'm happy with that. This is indeed good. Alright, now we are level appropriate, well and truly. Okay, we are straight into a... We're going to be using Magna Shield. I'm sorry, I'm not taking the risk. But we are now officially level appropriate, right? It seemed that we were pretty strong before, but I can assure you that now the real fight begins. That's just to lull you into a sense of security, I can tell you, because you are not going to be safe in this fight. Not at all. So we have a 280 something hit chain Master Stroke coming towards this guy now, which is really good. This is going to shorten the length of time that this 220, there must be a cap. Maybe the cap is 100, I don't know, because I feel like it should be scaling better with my hit chain right now, but obviously that's not a thing. Okay, I was about to say, where's my... okay, we want to keep hitting this shield until it breaks, by the way. I was about to say, where's my Magna Shield, and then it appeared, which is a good thing. I am prepared to not actually reach 300 hits. That's alright. I will survive. There we go. That is... I just don't want to do one extra hit with this guy, that's all. There we go. I did that extra hit right there. It is what it is. Again, Magna Shield. Very, very helpful. Okay, this is very good for getting your charge up, by the way. And again, would highly recommend Magna Shield. I would recommend Magna Shield for this whole fight, because it is really, like, not a joke. I know I'm talking it up a lot. Oh yeah, I'll use this one herb. Look at that, that's a lot of health regained. He will do this multiple times. He only did this like once or something in his original form, but Edas Sophix will do multiple. There you go. Just don't become complacent with this guy, he will shit on you. I'm serious. Did some extra hits there, that's alright. The key is to not allow him to do his Master Stroke too much, because that is bad times, I can tell you. His Master Stroke is fucking bad. It's, I forgot what it's called, it's, I don't know. The weapon he's using is Xiphos's Shade. I don't know the name of the Master Stroke. Come on. At least I think it is. He himself is called Xiphos's Shade. It's what Edas Sophix is when you have it not going backwards. But yeah, anyway. How much damage is that? 199. We did lose some damage on that because we didn't have a hit chain anymore, but yeah, that's Magna Shield. I think needless to say we have plenty of magic for this fight, which is a good thing. I'm interested to see what score we will get for this fight. It'll be an S rank, I think. We are performing very well. I'm not sure if I've ever gotten an X rank with this guy. Would highly recommend using at least the hero's shield as well, by the way. The previous shield that I was using, the ogre shield, is not going to survive this fight. It will be broken way too fast. Oh, tricked me with that last one. Bloody asshole. So he does have 2 phases to his, whatever you call it, form. Or the fight will be in 2 phases. Once you get him to that halfway point... Actually, he might have 3 phases. I think you get him to the halfway point, then you get him to the final quarter. I think that's how that works. But anyway. Point is, that's how you tell how you're progressing with this guy. Once he cuts away the floor, that's when you know that you're halfway through, I'm pretty sure. We're still not at that point, and we've done a lot of damage to him so far. So, might give you an idea of how long this will take. Talk to you about shields. Shields are interesting. You have like durability points for shields, and I believe it's points 1 to 10. Pretty sure 10 is the highest that you've got. Most of the shields increase by increments of 2 in terms of durability points. So the best possible shield is 10 points. The one that I'm using here is 8 points. There is a noticeable difference despite how small the number is with that durability comparison. So that's what I was going to do Magna Shield. So yeah, that's the shield business. Gonna need to fix this shield in a moment with a replenish shield powder. Okay, he didn't trick me that time. Oh, he's gonna step on my face again. There we go. Should I... Nah, we have a lot, so we may as well. Just makes it a little easier. Oh, missed the first one. Still equated to 3 successful hits, which is good. You detailed your car. Not sure what that means. Does that mean you got... Does that have to do with registration? We don't use that term here in Australia, either way. You detailed your car. I'm guessing that has to do with, like, car registration, like... You renewed the registration or whatever. Maybe not. Okay. Time to jack off again. Dragonlord's Doom. Now strike. And how much damage is that? 188. It's getting worse and worse. He is now at the halfway point. He'll cut away the floor, and then, yeah, he'll be floating around a lot more. I mean, he was floating around a lot before, but now he's floating around even more, obviously. Okay, so he's going to get rid of our Magna Shield. We're going to recast it, because fuck that shit. There's a reason why he did that. That also gets rid of buff. That gets rid of any magic that has been... You watch. Even with Magna Shield, it's not going to shield everything. It's fucking impossible to shield this. I hate it so much. It's like the worst thing in the world. By a considerable margin. I cannot stand it. Oh, it means deep cleaned. Really? I've never heard that before. That must be one of those American terms that just has not left that country at all. Detail your car. Alright, so this is going to be an opportunity to get up our hit chain. And I can't... Oh, I can set a focal point, that's good. That was going to be annoying otherwise. So yeah, this is why it's very, very important that you make sure that your companion is always at max health. Because your companion will be at risk to not only this attack, but the Master Stroke that Edas Sophix will be casting more than we are. So... because we do have more health than our companion at all times. So therefore, our companion is at the greatest level of risk when it comes to the Master Stroke, which he's doing right now. I need to make sure that I'm at full health as well, so we're going to do that. I shouldn't even mid-heal, I should just full heal. Okay. It's too late now. Okay, so we're all at max health. This is important. Essentially, with this Master Stroke, he's going to hit you with it no matter what. You can't escape that. But what you can do is hit him, and it does not accept all of your strikes. It doesn't accept them all. It will only accept a certain number. I've dropped it down to 77. Hopefully that doesn't kill Fleuret. I don't know. I think ideally you want to be at around 60. Yes, I will have to use 2. I have no choice. But now you see the big problem here is that... oh shit, this is really bad. I can't allow that to happen again. Okay, so generally you can hit him out of that enough times to just not kill us. Fucking shit, this is really bad. I can't allow this to happen again. Like, I cannot. But it will. This is the worst fucking thing. Oh my god, this is really bad. I'm actually concerned because all this time spent is probably going to be for nothing if I can't. Okay, so the reason why I'm concerned is because it feels as if I have no control over how many strikes are going to be let through by the game's weird thing where it only lets some through during that Master Strokes phase. It's really concerning for me because I'm flailing my fucking arm around, right? But it's still not good enough, and I'm at max fucking level here. Like, I don't have any control at that point. Like, I can't be any stronger. He's gonna do it. No, he's not. Thank God. He will do it again, though. As long as I can get another Master Stroke out before he does it again, we might be alright. Fucking hate this bastard. He's doing it again. This is so bad. Like, it's actually so bad. Look, I'm at 98! Holy shit, man. This is so bad. No, I don't know, Ethan. This is really hard. Slash repeatedly, I'm gonna fucking freak out. I'm freaking out, like, I can't slash any more than this. Look at this. Look, I can't. Look. It's worse than it was before. I've wasted all of this time because he's just gonna kill us again. I cannot slash any more than that. It's impossible. Like, what would you have me do? Both of us are at max level. I cannot physically flail any more than I just did without the Wiimote just not even picking up anything. And it just fucking one-shots us all. I'm using the strongest weapon in the game, strongest Master Stroke, max level. I cannot flail any more, and it's still fucking killing me. And my companion, and using a Yggdrasil leaf to heal myself is not going to make a difference because I will have lost my Master Stroke. I will no longer have Fleuret as a companion still alive because I don't have more than one. So it's all a big fucking waste of time. How long have we been streaming? 40 minutes and nothing. We're stuck with this bullshit right here, with this dickhead one-shotting the both of us in a circumstance where I have no control. What the fuck is this garbage? I've done this fight before, and I have been able to, with less flailing than that, hit his Master Stroke down to around 50. Around the 50 mark is where you don't get one shot. It might kill your companion, who gives a fuck? I've got Yggdrasil leaves for that. But if I'm using Yggdrasil leaves on myself, I've lost my Master Stroke, and if I've lost my Master Stroke, I've lost my damage, and we're gonna fail the fucking quest anyway. God, what a waste of fucking time. They might... what? I don't know what rhythm, because... Sometimes it'll let through a shitload, like faster than I can actually swing. Like, so it has nothing to do with the way in which you're swinging, because one strike will come through, and then 4 will come through, and then nothing, and then 2 will come through, and then 8 will come through, or some shit. You know? It's... I've done this fight a number of times before, and, like, this has generally not been the wall for me. I've generally been able to handle this, just barely. But this time, no. Don't know what the fucking deal with that is. That's really, really fucking annoying, because I've just sat here for 40 minutes to get to this point. Now, what if I spend another 40 minutes getting to this point, and it's the same, and I have no control over how to actually stop his masterstroke? I don't know. Like, what am I going to do at that point? Waste more time, I guess. Fucking great. I actually need to take off my jacket. I'm really hot right now. Don't remember the last time this game pissed me off so much. I've been playing this fucking shit for 10 years. And I haven't had a problem with this before. It must be the fucking sensor bar or some garbage like that. I don't know. What would you have me do, game? What would you have me do? No. Yes. As long as you try again, it'll give you everything. It'll give you everything back, and guess where we're gonna start at? Give you one fucking guess. No more fucking going. Alrighty, so... yeah, let's just do it all again. Look, I wasn't necessarily expecting to succeed in the first try. It's just the way in which I failed is concerning me so much, because I feel it is something that I have no control over, you see. If I felt that I had control over it, like it were skill-based, like if I tried better to do something, I would actually succeed in... Alright, that's Dragon Lord's Doom. We're almost fucking dead, but anyway. You know, if it felt like it was something that, through my skill, I could make up for the difficulty, then I would gladly try again, but I'm trying again begrudgingly because, for whatever reason, it feels as if, regardless of what I do with my fucking Wiimote, the game is going to decide whether or not I'm striking. It's almost like chance-based. So, you know, it's really, it makes things really hard. Because you just don't know if you're just going to be completely wasting your time trying again. But I guess I have no choice but to try again. I don't know. Look, if I fail twice, that'll be it for the live stream, I can tell you that much, because that will be enough time spent doing the same frickin' thing on camera. Excuse me. No, but seriously, I'd like to think that that's like a no-brainer. Like I'm not doing this over and over and over again. Just to reach the same wall, which I have no ability to compete against. Like I can't compete with that fucking master stroke if the game is going to decide on its own how many of my strikes are going to come through, irrespective of how much I swing the Wiimote. So you have to understand that I was alternating the speed at which I was swinging, and it was making absolutely no difference. I was doing it slowly. I thought perhaps that if I were doing it too quickly, then maybe the sensor bar wouldn't register the strikes. But I slowed down, and it almost made things worse, or at the very least made no difference. So therefore, who fucking knows? Got some replenish shield powder. Again, we're at the same stuff that we had when we first started. That's what it means to try again. You lose everything if you exit out. That's the scenario where you lose everything. Which wouldn't be too terrible. I would only be losing, like... Oh, I guess I'd be losing Yggdrasil leaves, which kind of sucks, but... Anyway, I have plenty of them. I have like 40 more, probably. I don't know how many I have, but it's an insane number. And I think you guys can appreciate now why being max level is actually a requirement for Edas Sophix, and not like some situation where I'm making things unreasonably easy for myself. That fucking boss is a complete load of bullshit. And I would like to think that you guys would agree that my performance during that fight, up until the point where he was doing the Master Stroke, was actually pretty decent. Like, I can tell that I was actually performing pretty well there. But that wasn't enough, and that's what bothered the shit out of me. It just wasn't enough. So, that's not okay, basically. For that sort of performance on my part to be completely reduced to nothing in the face of some stupid, from what I can tell, janky, clunky, chance-based fucking system is beyond disconcerting. But I can only try again and hope to succeed. Seriously. What other option do I have? I don't have one. Alright, you are gonna die, my friend. Florette says, "This monster is so stubborn." And I would somewhat agree with that. Golden Valgate falls, and yeah. I don't know if we're doing this faster than we were before, I've got no idea, but regardless, like... If I could hit all of those back, it would be pretty great. That did not work at all. It's alright, we will Magna Shield, and then we will heal ourselves up. Along with Fleurette. But yeah, again, Fleurette, highly recommended. Unless, maybe if... no, I don't think using buff with Unless would actually help versus the Master Stroke of Edas Sophix. It might, but I've definitely... The reason it may help, okay, but it shouldn't be necessary because I've definitely killed Edas Sophix with Fleurette before. I've definitely killed him with Unless before as well. I don't know how the hell you would be able to do anything with Claymore. He is useful in some ways, but he's not... Like, his use is kind of lost once you get to the end game. Because he's all about dealing damage. Whereas you need support. I lost my hit chain, that's alright. Past the point of actually giving a shit right now. It was going to be a good score last time until that bullshit fucking happened. So, whatever. Heal ourselves, and we will replenish shield powder as well. Then do a vertical right there. Why is he doing like random strikes into nowhere? Like, I can't actually deal with that at all. Whatever. So what I'll probably do is not use this Master Stroke yet. I'll probably wait until we get to the point where... Oh, yeah, great. I can't move my shield in that way. I'm sorry, dragon. It's not really a thing that I can do. I can do that because that's actually moving in some sort of predictable fashion, you see. Alright, so we'll be waiting for the healing stuff, mate. I'm not shooting that shit back, sorry. It's not happening. Alright, that's a dead Valgurt Nedlog right there. Is there a directional prompt? No, there isn't. This is what gets me, Ethan. I've played this game many, many times, and I've fought him many, many times, and I did nothing different that time than I have in the past, and yet it achieved nothing. So, but I will have a look. I will try to look and see, and it'd be cool if we could work it out together as well. Alright, so he's going to do that strike, and unfortunately I'm just going to get my hit chain up while I can. So the situation here is that I'm going to break his shield. There we go, and then I'll get those hits in, and then we'll Master Stroke. But no, there isn't a directional prompt, I don't think, but I don't know, I will continue to experiment with what might work and just pray that something works, because I don't know, in the past all I did was just swing at the fucking screen like I have done for the entirety of the game, and it just worked. Like, it would get to maybe 50, but if I'm letting it get to as high as 70, that's just, you know, I can't do anything. The worst part is that I performed even worse the second time than the first time. Now, what did I do the second time that was different to the first time? I think, so that would mean that the second time, I think, was I attacking faster the second time? I don't know. I think I was alternating too much the second time, and maybe it just resulted in, like, inconsistent. Maybe consistency is what I need? I don't know. I've got no fucking idea right now. Let's use our stuff. By our stuff, you know what I mean. Our magic, whatever it's called. We're going to try and keep our hit chain here, just for the sake of having as much damage with our Master Stroke as possible. That's how I'm going to look at it. It's not a score-based thing. I'm not going to let it be related to the score. I'm going to try and relate the hit chain directly to how much damage I'm going to be doing, because that's how it works. See, you need to be really careful, because when he jumps back, I obviously will lose my hit chain if I try to attack at that point. And it is in some respects an evasive maneuver as well, see? As soon as he begins that animation, I will not make contact with him if I strike. So, it's not really something that I can change. See? I'm getting used to when not to strike. But having said that... Okay. See, this is good. We'll be able to get another Master Stroke in. Alright, 166. That's very good. I'm happy to see that, because that means I'll be able to do another Master Stroke with lots of damage. I don't know how much damage it's doing. It might be like 250 or some shit. Doesn't matter. Whatever works, man. I'm just glad that I got better at doing the jack-off business. I don't know how I got better with it, but I did. Because, once again, that didn't really seem like something that I had control over, but I guess I did. Because I figured out some sort of technique. Okay, there goes my hit chain, sadly. You can see it's just that easy to lose it. Does not take much at all. Okay, time to Magna Shield. He will only get rid of your shield when he's at his second stage, or second form. No, it's not really a change of form, it's just a different stage of the fight. He doesn't look any different, really. This is technically already his second form, actually, if you remember the original fight with Xiphos. But yeah, I have a feeling that that whole Master Stroke part probably has a lot more to do with the sensor bar than would be ideal. I'd say that that's got a huge part to do with it. And I've got no idea what the variable is there, like I don't know. Well, I guess I know what the variable is, it's the sensor bar positioning, but I don't know the details of that. I don't know where it should be ideally. So, it's kind of fucking terrible, long story short. Alright, let's Dragon Lord's Doom again. workout in my chair doing this garbage. It's not really a workout though. But I actually got so pissed off with that master stroke business that my body temperature raised really high, so I had to take off my my jacket there. I got all hot and bothered, and I probably will again. And quite frankly, if it looks like it's impossible, I will just not bother at all, right? And I'll go and play Kingdoms of Amalur, for fuck's sake. Seriously. Not today, necessarily. I have no real qualms about finishing this fucking Let's Play without succeeding in killing this guy if the failure is something as bullshit as what I just saw in the previous confrontation. I don't feel quite so bad about that under those circumstances. Oh Jesus, I wasn't watching. Kind of helpful if you watch what the boss is doing when you're fighting this guy. Oh, that wasn't good at all. Defense! Don't worry, Fleuret. Alright. We'll be getting our Master Stroke gauge up momentarily. Trying to get a good hit chain there. Hold on. Actually, that's an opportunity to hit him. Thought I'd do that first. It's a good idea. Hello Jenny50. We're at the final boss right now, and thank you for hosting me. This thing is garbage, but only because of the Master Stroke. If it weren't for that, I think I'd be fine. Come on, there we go. 167. It's not ideal. We're at the halfway point now. Yes, I will bring death to the Deathbringer. I think that's what he said. I couldn't really hear him. I need subtitles, my... Oh, here we go again. I will be casting Magna Shield again after that because I'm telling you, and I think I've demonstrated it enough before, but even with Magna Shield, trying to shield this is hell. So you've got no fucking hope if you're not using Magna Shield. I mean, look at that. Who the bloody hell designed that? They should be killed. Okay. You're playing some Dark Souls 3? Oh, did you change names? What was your name before? Was it Makan? I don't know. Maybe you're not Makan, maybe you're someone else. I've got no idea. Fleuret is having a bad day right now. Once again, that is something that I can deal with, but the Master Stroke is looking like something that I cannot deal with, so that's a thing. Alrighty. Ethan, if you are hanging around and you're interested in what's going on with this thing that I can't really deal with, then it'll be on the screen momentarily. So, I recommend you watch out for that. See if there's some sort of... See if there's something there that I missed, which would be strange because, again, I've done this so many times and I've not really noticed anything special here, but he's doing it now. Gonna fully hit. Don't know if I actually ended up discarding it or not, but anyway, that was a bit dumb. Alright, now we're at max on both. You just kept quiet in my streams. Okay, good to know. Well, I do appreciate it when people chat to me, so hello, Jenny. Okay, so again, we're gonna just try to do what we can. I'm going to keep in mind that the icon down there is just telling me to attack. That's all it's telling me to do. Okay, that was better. I don't know. Okay, this time I just went vertical up and down. That's made a difference. We're gonna almost die, but we shouldn't die. Beautiful. If we keep doing that, we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Alright, we succeeded. That really is bullshit and very janky, but as long as we can manage that, we'll be alright. Because at this point, we don't have to waste a Yggdrasil leaf. We still have our Master Stroke gauge up. It's the best case scenario. So we should be able to do a Master Stroke right after this. But keep in mind, I'm pretty sure that there is actually... And I lost my Master Stroke gauge. No, I lost my hit chain, so I'm going to be doing a little bit less damage with this, but that's alright. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Was I saying that I don't know. Alrighty. Oof. But yeah, oh, that's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure that he does actually have another phase after this. I think he drops his sword and just punches the living shit out of you for a while. Oh, he didn't actually get rid of my Magnus shield to do this. What the bloody hell was that? I actually managed to shield a lot of that. Still got no idea how that works, but anyway. Won't question it too much. Maybe it's beyond my capacity to even think. Alright, I don't really worry too much about using too much magic right now because, quite honestly, I've got a lot. So, yeah, look at this. Still got 300 right here, which is more than enough. I'd be able to do 2 frickin' Edas Sophix fights with that kind of magic. Although I won't say that. Maybe that would not be enough, but point is, I shouldn't have any magic problems here in this fight. What's he doing? What was that? Don't know what that was. Oh, scheisse. Alrighty, here we go again. We'll just do that again. We'll stay vertical. We'll try to yeah, you have to keep it real simple with your slashing. If you keep it real simple, once again, the strikes on the screen do not in any way reflect what you're actually doing with the Wiimote. This is one thing that's really important to mention. But whatever the game interprets as what's happening, it's made a lot better if you just keep the swinging simple. I wasn't even going up and down, I was just doing single vertical strikes going down. That's all I was doing there. And it worked pretty well for me, so I'm glad that I managed to figure that out, because that otherwise would have been very annoying. Okay, let's go and use Replenish Shield Powder. In my previous Let's Play I needed 2 attempts anyway, so... Oop. You can see he's really speeding up with that one. Alright, oh, I fucking lost my hit chain again. Really annoying. That's alright. I have a feeling that I was getting 200 consistently with Absolute Zero against this guy, so maybe he actually has an elemental weakness to ice. That's possible. Which would mean that Absolute Zero might actually be the better choice. But I don't know, I just don't have access to all of the Master Strokes right now, and I'm not about to go onto my other account and give it a try. That's not happening. Thank you. I can't hit him from that distance. That was 200... Oh, scheisse. He's doing another one. I don't know how many he can get done before he eventually dies. Kind of depends on your damage output, I guess, but anyway. Keeping him at 44, that's really good, compared to 70. It's worth mentioning that when you do have his sword, you can do that very same Master Stroke yourself, when you're in payback mode. Looks slightly different though, when you're doing it. I don't know what I'm doing right now, but I'm trying to shield it all. Seemed to work alright. You should seriously be getting to your last stage pretty soon, surely. Like, I don't know. Once again, it's a bit of a testament to the amount of health this guy has. Alright, let's replenish shield powder. That's one thing that wouldn't last me another Edas Sophix fight. My replenish shield powder would indeed run out. Because he does a lot of damage to your shield. Making a tank build. Oh, shite. Again, look at this bastard. He is like way too eager to be doing these master strokes, I'll tell you what. If you don't have some sort of pattern down, you're basically fucked because he does it over and over and over again until he dies. Maybe this is his last stage, I've got no idea, but... Wow, this time I kept him at 30, that's really good. Definitely happy with that. You can see that we're both left with a lot more health now than we were before, but it's all not an issue because we have full heal. Imagine if we didn't have Fleurette right now. Unless would have long since run out of magic because of how much he would have had to heal to get us all back up to full. Whereas it's just it's a set 8 MP to get an infinite amount of health back because it's full heal. So Fleurette is the way to go, seriously. That is the end game companion that you want because that full heal, extremely efficient. It's alright, we've got her at full health right now. In the worst case scenario where she does end up dying, we can just use a Yggdrasil leaf. Yggdrasil leaves are a lot better if you've got a companion that needs to be revived because their MP won't be affected, but, oh shit. Okay, well, whatever. We'll be doing another Master Stroke without a hit chain, but whatever. I need to fill up my... me cup. I'll do it in a moment. Oh, missed a strike. I was trying to scratch my arm while moving my arm up. That was kind of funny. I kept my left hand stationary and moved my right arm to... Anyway, don't worry about it. I'm an idiot. So that is... Alright, now we're at the final stage. You can see he's gotten rid of his sword and he's going to punch the shit out of us, so that's a thing. I'm going to need some... I'm going to need a beverage for this one for sure. I don't know how much more of this I have left, but whatever. Enough for just a full glass. Or full cup. Can't believe I just said glass. Anyway, yes, it's a cup, clearly. Alright. How are we all doing today? Let's finish this fucking game. He's doing this again. We will, I mean, once again, we have the magic for it, so we may as well just always have Magna Shield cast. Because to be honest, this is like pretty crazy stuff if you don't have Magna Shield. Whoop. I don't know if you can see the amount of damage this guy's doing, but it is it's pretty outrageous. I think Fleurette took 3 hits and she was like most of the way to being dead. Oh, this is going to be some good damage, just putting it out there. And obviously a lot of damage if we let it hit us, so that's a thing. So when he throws individual ones, it's a bit easier. I think he's doing the individual ones. Yeah. Again, hitting these back, that's a big source of damage against this guy. Here we have to be kind of careful, I think. Alright, this is where I'm going to be getting the most damage. Okay. If I were looking for a good end score here, I would have long since. Whoa. That's a good good circumstance in which to have Magna Shield, I'm gonna be pretty honest. Don't know what you're doing, mate. You're doing something. Here we go again. I've found that successfully hitting these back really does finish the fight up quickly, but I'm not doing too incredibly well right now, because keep in mind that the amount of damage that we're doing there is equivalent to a Master Stroke, and I'm doing multiple, so it's actually pretty good. If you're hitting these back, the fight will be over very soon. Have we used all of our... yeah, we've used all of our magic powder. Magic water, sorry, not magic powder. Where did I get that from? I don't know. Just try to hit these back like as soon as possible, seriously. You don't even need to time it right. You'll be getting good damage if you can hit them back at all, so just do that. Alright, let's... we've got 8 hits, yeah! You had a lizard in your room, did I do it? Oh yeah. I did actually survive that Master Stroke, fortunately. The way to do it is to make your attack super simple, and it doesn't confuse the game, I guess, if you keep it really simple. I guess I was swinging too fast and I was modulating it too much, so... or varying my swings too much, so it just wasn't getting a good result. As long as you keep it nice and simple, you're alright. So we're at the final stage of the fight, and I don't think he's going to last much longer, because he keeps attacking me with these things, and that's a lot of damage that I can deal to him. Unless I miss them all like an idiot, which definitely is a thing that I do from time to time. This hurts, yeah, but we can survive that. The power of full heal. You can see that we are slowly but surely running out of magic, so... yeah, I am confident that we'll be able to complete this before we run out of magic, though. That is if I don't perform really poorly, once again, but, anyway. How big was the lizard, Ethan? I like lizards, but not necessarily when they're in my room. That I can live without, I think. How are you still alive, mate? There we go, just as I said it. And that's the end of the game, everyone. That was the last thing we had to do in Dragon Quest Swords before I finished the live stream playthrough. We got something in a lucky bag, and I can't remember what it is, but whatever. We've now killed the final boss. And what is our end score? An S rank, please? Yep, we got an S rank. That's good. That's a pretty decent score. I'm happy with that. I guess we got a pretty good score for the time. It says 15 minutes, but of course it did take longer than that. The clear time, that only takes into account the actual fighting time. That doesn't include the time that you spend in the menu, you know, casting your spells, healing yourself, stuff like that. So, yeah, 15 minutes, well, pretty much 16 minutes there, spent while fighting. So, yeah, thank God. Sword of the Goddess. Sword of Legend to Sword of the Goddess. My Master Stroke gauge will now always start from 80% full. Doesn't really matter if there's nothing else for me to do in the game. But anyway. What have I got in my lucky bag? The military tattoo. Okay. Whatever, man. So how long did that go for? About an hour and 13 minutes, that's fair. With peerless skill and bravery, you had vanquished all of the terrors. Perhaps now you are ready to wield the blade of your enemy in the name of justice. Payback mode is now unlocked. It was unlocked before, but anyway. When you create a new adventure log, you can start the game equipped with Deathbringer. Deathbringer boasts awesome attack power and spellbinding speed. Why not begin a new quest armed with this fearsome weapon? Well, I won't be doing that. At least not yet. But anyway, we will indeed save over this. I will continue my adventure, because why the hell not? Should put me in the ELD reflectory, I guess. Alrighty, so now we'll be able to see Edas Sophix when we open this here. And he has been vanquished. You can see it's not just him, but everyone else there, now that I see it. I thought it was just him, actually, in the picture, but, yeah, it's everyone. And it's kind of a crazy fight. But we managed to do it, and I would once again recommend that you be at max level to take it on. Otherwise, the headache of it all is just not worth it. You want it to be nice and easy. So just take some extra time killing King Latem over and over and over again, and it will be worth it in the end. So the next time that I play Dragon Quest Swords, it'll probably be like 2023 or something, because I'm going to like have at least 4 years between now and the next time that I play it. At that time, I'll probably continue the live stream playthrough. It'll be completed now, but I will pick it up again in payback mode many, many years later. So that'll be interesting to do. But for now, I need to give the game a bit of a break, because once again, I did do a Let's Play of it in 2015. I did a second Let's Play in payback mode in like late 2016, I think it was. And then I did this live stream playthrough, and that was all within a space of about 4 years. So I need another 4 years of actually not touching the game to actually want to play it again. Most people don't play the same game over and over and over again on their channel in this way, but I do apparently, because I'm crazy. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been a pretty... it's been a little bit of a long time coming. I think it took me 2 months to do this live stream playthrough. The previous one, of course, was Wind Waker, which I really, really enjoyed. I didn't enjoy this one as much as I did enjoy Wind Waker. Wind Waker was a really fun time. But we're going to do Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning next after this. I might do it tomorrow, we'll see. What day is it? I think it's Wednesday today, is it? Yes, it is. I was kind of hoping it was Tuesday, but no. That's not how it works, but, alright, see you, Jenny. But, yeah. I'll be doing Kingdoms of Amalur next, which will be interesting. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to really dislike the game or kind of enjoy it. I haven't played it for a long time, and I didn't play it much before because it was really average, but I thought it would be a worthwhile thing to play on camera regardless. So yeah, there you go. That's it for this live stream playthrough for now, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I thank Jenny for being present on Twitch, and Ethan for listening to me while cleaning out his room and rescuing lizards from his room as well, which is always a great way to entertain oneself while doing those sorts of tasks. But anyway, I'll catch you all later. Once again, look forward to, well, not necessarily look forward to, but watch out for Kingdoms of Amalur, and I will see you when you next happen to see me. Catch you all later.